Last up, number 5 for this episode, compare and contrast options in the marketplace. In most businesses, people are looking at a handful of different options for what they can do. Yesterday, my wife and I decided that we needed to look at another option. We use a healthcare co-op for our family health coverage, our health insurance. We pay out of pocket for whatever we do and then submit our receipts to the co-op and get reimbursed. And it's kind of a cost-effective way to do it. And for a number of reasons, we just decided to go out and look. And the best example we found, and you can replicate this, healthcare, health share options. If you do that search in Google, you're going to find a website that has a very robust panel of articles. It's an entire page of tiles where they compare, they take every option in the marketplace and do a head-to-head comparison as separate pages. Now, it seems that there would be a more efficient way to do that. Just show a table, features and benefits, give everybody that. They have that kind of stuff too. They have a roundup, summary pages for the entire industry, but anybody who's making a decision as intimate and important as healthcare coverage for your family is going to want to, go through some process. They're going to end up with 3 options, then 2 options. And so as they're doing that, they're going to say, well, what about option B versus option D? And now what about option V versus option E, or E versus C? They're going to go through iterations of this. And so this company is one of the providers. They're in the mix, but they've done just a good job of putting on a neutral editorial hat and providing better content to take all these options and go head to head.
And you don't have to shout out your competitors. If you're the flooring company, you could do a rundown, huge post on different materials, different finishes, different interlocking mechanisms,
services, mechanisms,
compare them by cost. Yeah, you could definitely do that. It doesn't have to be like compare providers. It could be compare like products that everybody, you know what I mean?
That's right. Yeah. And so that's another one of my examples. So we've got a client that is a booming floor treatment company, and they do polyurea. Well, polyurea is a newer option that's better than epoxy. And so for them, they don't want to show, they want to show up for people searching for epoxy because people know the word epoxy, but they don't offer epoxy. So they have to do polyurea versus epoxy. And so that's a very rich subject matter for them. And this is a way of being the editorial voice and the journalistic source of information in the industry for folks to help them make decisions. Mm-hmm. If we're marketing anything, if we're selling anything in life, we're solving people's problems. And if you're going to communicate that on your website to attract people to what you're offering, then you're going to have to take the gloves off and say, we do this, it's better than this, here's why. And you can do it in a way that's fair and even-handed, and it's going to come off as very credible, and it's going to be great for your SEO. All right, perfect. Take us out.
Perfect. That's all for this episode. Please follow us on Dodgeball SEO on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and LinkedIn. Get notified of new episodes coming up. Thanks so much for watching or listening.
Thanks, everybody.